Okay, guys, in this video, I am going to go through a voiding log and how you were to go about filling those out. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again. Alrighty, so hopefully you can see this. Now, to properly perform a bladder record, I have this for you. There's a PDF attached. So let me just orient you to the form here. You've got the time on the left, followed by the amount voided and the amount leaked to the right of that. You have urge present, yes or no. And really, it's always going to be yes. It's just going to be unless you're leaking and there was no urge. In that case, it's like, do your best if you noticed if you've gotten wet. But if that's happening, if you're not having any urge and you're leaking, you probably should be doing more than watching this. Then to the next column is activity when leak occurred. So that is, let's say you sneeze when you leak, that's for that. This column is for, the next column is fluid intake. So you're going to record the amount of fluid that you drank, what you drank, and record it in that cell there. Food, if you're doing this, you might as well go all in and record your food, but it is optional. And when I only have so much time with clients, I don't have time to educate them on everything, so I don't always give them that. Pad change, yes or no? So you're probably wondering, well, how do I measure the amount I peed in ounces and how do I measure my leakage? So again, so I never said this, but you're gonna get what you put into this bladder diary. So I recommend, because I've made mistakes and not being explicitly clear who does the best with this versus not, those that measure the amount that they pee and those that weigh their pads do the best, because they're so educated throughout and they can see if they're progressing or not. So how you measure the amount you voided is you take a Dixie, not a Dixie cup because you'll need a bigger cup than that, like a clear or a red Solo cup, and you are going to measure out, pre-measure out 2 ounces, 4 ounces, 6, 8, all the way up to 16 ounces of that cup. You are going to make those, like, get a permanent marker and check it on your cup. You are going to pee in that cup so you know how much you went. You could count, but that is very, very, very variable depending on your flow pressure, like how much pressure, how fast your urine's coming out. Now you're wondering, okay, amount leaked. Well, what you'll do is you know those food measures, those little scales. You're going to take the pad that you use when it's dry, put it in a bag. You're going to weigh that, a dry pad. Then you're going to put your pads that you use throughout the day into that bag and weigh the total amount of the pads, subtract by the amount of pads if they were dry, and that will be the pad weight. That'll be so the amount leaked therefore won't be in ounces. See, that is a mistake on your thing. It'll be in grams. You could do it in ounces, but it'll be better in grams. So urge, small, medium, or large. Small would be you're on urge 1. Or before, you didn't even really have to go. It was before you had that, oh, I could go. Medium would be you skipped, you couldn't go that first urge you had. Large would be you were close to peeing yourself. So you're gonna fill this out. It's across a 12-hour period. So you got 12 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. That's gonna be a full day. So if you get up at night, that will be here, and then that day is here. It's by the half hour, so you're just going to just do it by the half hour. If you're someone that's going like multiple times within the half hour, you might need to just do it on a notebook. I've used it on the hour, and that wasn't always enough. It just depends on how severe your issues are. At the bottom, what you're going to tally is you're going to add up the amount you voided and the amount you leaked, just in grams. You don't have anything in here. Don't like that about Excel. This is going to be, you don't have anything here, except you can note how many times you leaked that day. So that would be a number. Then you're going to tally up how much you drank. Make sure you put in what you drank. So coffee, 8 ounces, water, 16 ounces. You're going to put it to the corresponding time. Same with the food. And then you will note how many times you changed your pads. So that is how to do a bladder record. So what I'm going to go into next is reviewing your bladder record. So I'm going to show you an example of 2 different examples of people, and I'm not going to have everything filled out. It's just going to show patterns so you can identify what patterns, the 2 main patterns that you see. And then we will talk about what a pattern looks like if it's stress related, what a pattern looks like if it's urge related, and what a pattern looks like if it's a mixed example.